What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 3 of our Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku walkthrough. In the previous video, we defeated the Saiyan Raditz. We also ended up dying because Piccolo took a shot at Raditz while we were holding him, so we ended up in the afterlife. Now we are currently on Snake Way, trying to make our way through to find King Kai's planet. And we are hoping that our friends on Earth are trying to get all the Dragon Balls so they can revive us. While making our way through Snake Way, we've encountered an enemy which we are taking on for a battle here. And it's quite tricky because on Snake Way, when you touch the edges, you also lose a bit of HP. So you've got to try and run away and fight her and also avoid some of the edges. But we took her down, we got a whole bunch of experience, and the next thing we lose our balance and we fall down. We have just landed in Hell, so it looks like Hell is where the next adventure awaits. We've got a couple side quests to take on here, and as you can see in Hell, there are these little spirits that float around here. You can actually try and take them out, and they do attack back, but not very often. So in Hell, we're going to try and make our way around and see what's going on here. There are a few other people down here too, so if we can complete 1 or 2 side quests and hopefully try find a way out of here, then we can try and make our way back to Snake Way. On the bright side, at least we can do a little bit more training down here and hopefully get a little bit stronger. There are a lot of these little items that we use to refuel our flying. So there's a lot of flying that we need to do here. Some of the areas you can only reach by flying. So it's a good little practice area to improve your flying. And now we've reached some health and fitness gym. And we've also met a character. And he says he's looking for 3 lost souls. So that's our next mission. We have to find 3 of these little spirits and bring them back to him. And then after that, we might get a reward or some clue on how to get out of here and back up onto Snake Way. In order to spot these 3 spirits, they're the spirits that aren't moving at all. So there are loads of spirits around, but the ones that we need, the lost ones, they don't really move all that much. They just kind of float in the same area. So that's how we spot them. We just picked up a sensu bean, which is always quite handy, but we didn't find any lost souls there. And now we just found a tree with an apple as well as another character, and he offers us another little side quest. He says if we can try and touch him or catch him, we'll get a reward and he'll let us know how to get out of here and back onto Snake Way. But he is super fast, so there's no way that we can actually run after him or fly to catch him. There is another little trick we have up our sleeves, but we'll come back to that a bit later. Now we've just found our first lost soul, so we can make our way back and return it to the man. Then we've only got 2 more to do. I do want to show you guys where to get all of these lost souls. You can only carry 1 at a time, I believe. So you've got to find one and then return and then find the next one. This isn't a very difficult side quest. It's just a bit challenging to find them and find your way back. But once you've spent a bit of time here, you get familiar with the map. Luckily, there's not too many enemies attacking you or anything. There are a few of the spirits floating around, but they don't really cause all that much harm, and they're easy to avoid. And there we have it. We've returned 1 of the lost souls back to its owner there. Now we've got to try and find the second one. So we're going to head all the way up north and see if we can find more. That goes to a dead end, so we're going to have to go back and around. We're definitely going to have to do a bit of flying and try and find some new areas. As for this little area with the tree and apple, you can't actually access that part yet. You first have to complete the side quest with the 3 lost souls. Once you've completed that, then we'll unlock the next side quest with that man that we have to try and touch. We're exploring a new area now. It looks like we've come to a dead end. There's lots of these little blue flames floating around. I'm not really sure what those are. They must also kind of be like spirits or souls or something. A lot of these roaming spirits are really hard to try and hit. They move around all over the show, so it's quite hard to try keep up with them and try and attack them. But they don't actually give you all that much experience or anything, so it's actually easier to try and avoid them. We have picked up a few more of these flying stones, and we've also just healed up our character with some herbs. And we've just found a whole pond of blood, which is pretty creepy. Goku thought it was something else, but it's actually blood. We have flown up to a new section and we have found the second spirit. This one isn't moving at all, so he'll follow us back. We'll return him home. And then we've only got one more to find, which is a good sign. We're almost there. We've picked up a few more herbs and we're going to have to try and fly back down. And then we can try return to the little gym. I can't wait to make our way to King Kai's planet and see what's in store there for us. And hopefully our friends can bring us back to Earth. I know for the Dragon Ball Z series, after defeating Raditz, the next enemies that we face are Vegeta and Nappa. So I'm guessing those are going to be the next people that we have to take on, which is pretty scary. Vegeta is an absolute weapon. And this is just the first legacy of Goku. The second and third are much longer and way better in my opinion. These games get better as they're released. The second one was a bit better than the first, and the third was way better than the second in my opinion. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Which legacy of Goku do you feel was the best? However, they're all really good and they play and add on from each other really well. The legacy of Goku 2 follows the whole saga with Cell, and the legacy of Goku 3 follows the whole Boo saga. So both of them are really fun. I am looking forward to playing through all three of them. If you guys would like to see us complete the Legacy of Goku trilogy on the channel, let us know down below and let us know which is your favorite Dragon Ball character. I have just recently started watching Dragon Ball Daima and it's really good so far. I'm about halfway from the first season. And here it looks like we have returned all three of the lost spirits now, and he's given us 500 experience, which is really good. Now there's just one little side quest we have to do before we go to that tree and apple. Here near the blood pond there's another guy, he's all red, and if you come and chat to him, this is actually the guy that we have to try and catch and touch. And as you can see, he just disappeared in a second, so there's no way that we're going to be able to catch him. But we do have a little trick up our sleeve. I thought we had to catch the guy in blue, but it's this red dude that we have to actually touch. So now we're going to make our way back to the tree, and hopefully we can enter that little section now. This area is really confusing. It's kind of like a maze because there's all different levels and you can only fly in certain parts where there aren't these spiky edges. So it's so easy to get lost in here. But we make our way back and we chat to the guy in blue. And now I think we can actually make our way up the stairs. And how we're going to try and catch that guy in red is by using this apple. We're going to pick up the apple, and then the guy in red all of a sudden wants the apple. I think it belongs to him. So when he comes to stop us from eating his apple, we catch him and touch him. He wasn't expecting that. He was just trying to stop us from eating his apple. Meanwhile, we caught him sneakily. And as a reward, he sends us back to Snake Way. So he's a man of his word. We are out of hell and back on the path. We can continue on, and there's a whole bunch of these flying stones, but now they're red. So they give us a bit more energy. We can fly a little bit further. So now to speed things up, we can actually fly along Snake Way. Instead of walking all the way around, you can just fly across, and that will speed things up a whole bunch. We can't fly for a super long time, but we can fly for a decent amount of time now. Once we level up, we'll be able to fly for way longer. But these little red flying stones are everywhere, so you can just redo it every time. As soon as you run out, you can refuel. Now we have nearly reached the end of Snake Way. This episode has been a lot of fun. It's been crazy, from battling that woman on Snake Way to falling into hell, and now finally making it to the end. You'll see King Kai's planet on the left. We actually have to fly towards it, and then we can enter. So we've just arrived on King Kai's planet. In the next episode, we're going to go chat to King Kai and complete all the training that we need to do. That's all it's going to be for this one. Thanks for watching.